It's just gonna mess up the stream.
I remember there was a time when we was kings and queens, prophets and rulers, judging the earth. But now we stuck at the bottom of the totem pole. Where did we go wrong as a people? I think our people need to understand this with a wake-up call and give them understanding of what's going on. So bring it.
Early morning, rise up, open your eyes up, looking in the mirror, it gets no clearer. Cause we don't understand our own selves, drowning in sorrow with empty Hennessy bottles upon the shelf. Cause everybody wanna be a king, selling out their soul for this mean green cream thing. Paper chasing, but not facing the facts that as a nation, we all done got lax and letting the devil control us. And thinking like them damn Africans, they sold us. We in captivity because they hold us. Work is hard with heavy burdens on our shoulders. Man, I thought we were some soldiers, but every second that I look, we getting creamed like Folgers. You see, the Lord done told us. So to me, there's no surprise on why they fold us. It's not cause our skin is dark and they don't know us. It's cause we're stuck on that crack and that doja. Allow our brains to be polluted, now they mold us. Don't hate on me, hate on them dirty fools that stole us.
Made heaven and earth. When I suffer thy foot to be
Fix it, please.
he that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold,
What you gotta do is bring up where the stick again, the thing that we will now fix the camera. Yeah, fix it. No, it sits on that thing. Do me a favor, somebody go over there, help her with that, please, so we can start last night at 1 o'clock. When you move, that little thing that's on there that's holding it, what it's going to do is shut the camera down correctly on top of the piece that is on. There you go.
your heart is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth.
Did you help him to show them where the camera's at?
Ammon.
That should be good, right? Yeah, just, no, you gotta move the hair thing, the hair tie. You guys gotta move that to where it's stabilized. No, the camera's leaning. I can't tell. My eyes are bad. That's why. How does that look? Right there.
Yahweh, Yashamoria, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Napasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Hawalakya, Wa'aya, Ma'aitha, Wa'aid Awlam, Aman. Anasha, Ayanyamya, Al, Mahariam, Ma'aya, Yabawa'a, Izaria, Yabawa'a, Mayahawa, Sha'asham, Shemayim, Warataza, La'a, Yanathan, Lamawat, Regalia, La'a, Nawam, Shashamoria, Hana, Yala'a Nawam, Wala'a, Yashun, Shashawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamoria, Yahweh, Tizalia, Isle, Yum Yum Ya, Hashamash, Yala'a, Hakaya, Ayawam, Wala'a, Halabina, Alayala, Yahweh, Yashamaria, Makal, Rai, Yashamor, Nepasha, Yahweh, Yashamor, Hawalakya, Wababa'aya, Ma'aitha, Wa'ai, Awalam, Ammon.
You guys are messing the camera up. You're messing the camera up. So, here. How does it look? Which way? My right or left? Right there?
No, it's still crooked. This needs to come down a little bit.
Right there?
No, it's still slanted.
I remember there was a time when we was kings and queens,
Right there?
prophets and rulers, judging the earth. But now we stuck at the bottom of the totem pole. Where did we go wrong as a people? I think our people need to understand this with a wake-up call and get them understanding on what's going on. So bring it.
Early morning, rise up, open your eyes up, looking in the mirror, it gets no clearer. Cause we don't understand our own selves, drowning in sorrow with empty Hennessy bottles on the shelf. Cause everybody wanna be a king, selling out their soul for this mean green cream thing. Paper chasing, but not facing the fact that as a nation, we all guns got lax and letting the devil control us. And thinking like them damn Africans, they sold us. We in captivity because they hold us. Work is hard with heavy burdens on our shoulders. Man, I thought we were some soldiers, but every that I look, we getting creamed like Folgers. You see, the Lord done told us. So to me, there's no surprise on why they fold us. It's not cause our skin is dark and they don't know us. It's cause we're stuck on that crack and that doja. Allow our brains to be polluted, now they mold us. Don't hate on me, hate on the dirty fools that stole us.
Y'all don't have to repeat after this. When I tell y'all to stand, then you're gonna stand. Barakatah Yahweh, Ha'awa'ad, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ha'awa'ad, Natananawa, Awar, Za, Yawam, Tawara, Ammon. And what I said is, for the Most High, thank you for blessing us with the light this day. Okay, and that's what the lights represent. The lights represent, when you look into the scriptures, it represents the wisdom and the wisdom and the understanding that the Most High gives us. Carnally, obviously the light, right? Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ha'awa'ad, Natananawa, Dayach, Nayachacha, Tawara, Ammon. Okay, and what I said is for the Most High, thank you for blessing us for the sweet smell that the Most High gives us. And that's the frankincense and myrrh. We use the frankincense and myrrh. The frankincense and myrrh, the Most High says, is a sweet smell in his nose. the incense is a sweet smell in his nose. And that's symbolic too. The scriptures say our prayers come up as incense before the Most High. So everything we're doing that was carnal in the law is also spiritual, most of all. So all these carnal things we're doing in the law, it was spiritual. Well, y'all slide this way a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, so Yerushalayim, which means stand and face Jerusalem. The word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'aid, Ha, Shabbat. And I said, thank the Most High for the Sabbath this Saturday. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, keep our minds clear this Sabbath. Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water, Ammon. And what I'm going to do is say Psalms 121. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Anashah. Ayenyam ya. Al. Haharyam. Ma'ayam. Yabawa'a. Aizoria. Yabawa'a. Ma. Yahweh. Sha'aisha. Shemayim. Wa'arataza. La'a. Yonatan. Lamawat. Regolia. Yala'a. Nayawam. Shashawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shemaya. Yahweh. Tazaya. Al. Yad. Hashamash. Yala'a. Makaya. Bayawam. Wala'a. Halabana. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamaya. Makol. Rai. Yashamar. Napasha. Yahweh. Yashamar. Hawalakya. Wabawa'aya. Ma'aitan. Wa'ai. I will Aman. Okay, and what did we just read it? We just said Psalms 121 in Hebrew.
Psalms chapter 1 and verse 21. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite me by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore.
Shema Yasha'alim. Yahweh Alahayanalim. Yahweh Achad. Shema Yasha'ala. Yahweh Alahaya Noah. Yahweh Aha. Shema Yasha'ala. Yahweh Alahaya Noah. Yahweh Aha. And what we said is the Israelite credo, which is the Lord our God, the Lord Yahweh is one. Okay? Abanawa, Shema Shemayim, Wadash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Baba'ah, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Ayah, Bashemayim, Natalanawa, Lachum, Ko, Yawam, Wasalachnawa, Kawawatnawa, Kasalach Nawa, Kawabwath Yanawa, Walaa, Taba Yanawa, Banasaya 1, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, 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 that I will love you. Amen. All right, what we just said is the Our Father's prayer, which is in Hebrew. Okay, go ahead.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Okay, that's what we just read. We just said in Hebrew. Remember, the scriptures say for us to translate. The scriptures say for us to translate so you don't sound like barbarians. That's what it's talking about when it says when you speak in tongues. Now, brothers and sisters that's joining us for the Sabbath ceremony and that's going to look at this online, all the time we might not go over the prayers. We're doing them for new brothers and sisters so you can see what happens when you come to class and you partake in the prayers and learn that Hebrew. So we're going to say the 10 Commandments in Hebrew. The first commandment. La'ah.
La'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Achoyim.
Achoyim.
Alpanya.
Alpanya.
Okay.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. The second commandment. La'ah.
La'ah.
Ta'aisha.
Ta'aisha.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Pasol.
Pasol.
Wala'ah.
La'ah.
Ta'aibadan.
Ta'aibadan. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Number 3. La'ah.
La'ah.
Talakwak ya'af. La'ah.
La'ah.
I'm going to say it again. La'ah.
La'ah.
Talakwak af. Shum. Yahweh. Bashawa.
Thou shalt not make unto thee the name of the Lord thy God in vain. So I'm going to read that again. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Right. Number 4. Zakar.
Zakar.
Hayawam.
Hayawam.
Hashabat.
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 Lakwadashwa.
Lakwadashwa. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Number 5. Kabad.
Kabad.
Abaka.
Abaka.
Wa. Amaka.
Amaka. Honor thy father and thy mother.
Number 6. La'ah.
La'ah.
Taratazah.
Taratazah.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill.
Number 7. La'ah.
La'ah.
Tana'ah.
Tana'ah. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Number 8. La'ah.
La'ah.
Daganah.
Daganah. Thou shalt not steal.
Number 9. La'ah.
La'ah.
Ta'ainah.
Ta'ainah.
Shakur.
Shakur. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Number 10. La'a,
La'a,
Takaman,
Takaman,
Ko, Asherah,
Asherah,
Levites.
Levites. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Right. Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Ba'ashem Yahushua,
the water,
the water,
Ammon.
Ammon. Yeshabium, which means to be seated.
All right, take the cover off the Torah. No, you can just set it over there. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're going to do the reading. The reading, and go ahead and you start the reading. Where did we leave off at? So you're shopping.
First Chronicles, and we're going to be beginning at chapter 12.
Like I said, for you brothers and sisters online, we're not going to be going over the prayers all the time in Hebrew, because that's something that should be done here in class. And if y'all want to join that, y'all make your way to class. So where are we starting to read?
First Chronicles chapter 12.
So we're at First Chronicles 12, verse what?
Verse 1.
First Chronicles 12. And we're going to be reading, each brother will be reading 2 chapters. Okay? Until we get the portions. You know, truthfully, there's certain specific portions that that all the camps should be on. You know what I mean? When in accordance. Like, we should actually be reading all at the same time. So that's what we have to get together. I think Light of Zion is usually on top of their reading, their portion reading. So I'm going to get with them and then make sure we're on top of that with them. All right. So, but for right now, we're at what is it?
First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 1.
Okay.
First Chronicles chapter 12, verse 1. Now these are they that came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close because of Saul, the son of Kish. And they were among the mighty men, helpers of the war. And they were armed with bow, and could use both the right hand and the left hand, hurling stones and shooting arrows out of the bow, even of Saul's brethren of Benjamin. The chief was Achazar. Ahazar. Then, and Josh, the son of Joash, the son of Shamar, the Gileadite, and Jezeel, and Pelet, the son of Pelet, the son of Azamah. Three. Azlavet. And Biracha and Jehu, the Anthonite, and Ishmael, the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30, and over the 30, and Jeremiah, and Jahaziel, and Johanan, and Josabad, the Gideonite, Gideonite, Eluzi, and Jeremoth, and Bela, and Shemariah, and Shephatiah, the Harupathite. Verse 6. Elkanah, and Jesher, and Azrael, and Jozar, and Jashabrim, the Korahite, and Joash, and Zebediah, the son of Jeroham of Geber, and the Gadites. There separated themselves unto David into the hold to be into the hold to the wilderness, men of mighty and men of war, fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose face were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roe upon the mountain.
Right. These cats, these were David's mighty men. Y'all see that? So these cats were warriors, man. These brothers was killing 1,000 men. One man would kill 1,000 men. You know, you look at those old martial art movies. These old martial art movies, and there's one guy running through a whole troop of men. Well, this is where they got that from. You know, this was Israel. Okay? So this is what y'all reading right now. Go ahead.
You know, what's tied too is in verse 2, it says that it said that they were able to use bow and arrow. They were able to use the right hand and the left hand.
Right.
So they wasn't just skilled in one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were multi-talented.
You know what's sad is they depict it nowadays in the movies as if it was fictional, as if it was fake. You know what I mean? Because they don't want you to really believe that we actually possessed that power at one time.
This is 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 9. And Ezer the first, Obadiah the second, Elah the third, Mishmana the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanna the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Macbenai the 11th. These were the sons of Gad, captains of the host. One of the least was over 100, and the greatest over 1,000. Verse 15. These are they that went over Jordan in the first month, when it had all his banks, and they put to flight all them of the valleys, both towards the east and towards the west. And there came of the children of Benjamin and Judah to the hold unto David. And David went out to meet them, and answered and said unto them, If ye be come peaceably unto me to help me, my heart shall be knit unto you. But if ye be come to betray me to mine enemies, seeing there is no wrong in mine hand, the God of our fathers look thereon and rebuke it. Verse 18. Then the Spirit came upon Amashai, who was chief of the captains, and he said, Thine are we, David, and on thy side thy son of Jesse. Peace, peace be unto thee. The peace be to thine helpers, for thy God helpeth thee. Then David received them and made them captains of the band. Verse 19. And there fell some of Manasseh to David. He came with the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped them not, for the Lord of the Philistine upon advancement sent him away, saying, He will fall to his master Saul, to the jeopardy of our heads. Like verse 20. As he went to Ziklag, there fell to him of Manasseh, Abner, and Jozabad, and Jadil, and Michael, and Jozabad, and Elihu, and Zilthah, captain of the 1,000 that were of Manasseh. Verse 21. And they helped of the rovers, for they were all mighty men, and were captains in the host. For at that time, day by day, there came to David to help him, until it was a great host, like the host of God. And these are the numbers of the bands that were ready armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron.
Right. So this what's going on here is basically
that these men basically left Saul. They defected from Saul coming to David. Okay, that's all we're reading right here. Remember, the Chronicles is giving you, the little synopsis, what is going on, what went on in Samuel's, and I think some of Kings also. So it's just for y'all that actually read or was with us for Samuel's and Kings. Chronicles is gonna give you little time periods of when these things happen.
excuse me.
To turn the kingdom of Saul to him according to the word of the Lord. Verse 24. The children of Judah that bear shield and spear were 6,800 ready, armed to war. Of the children of Simeon, mighty men of valor, for the war 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. And Jehoiada was the leader. Aaronites. And with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man, mighty of valor, and of his father's house, 22 captains. And of the children of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000 and hitherto,
For
the greatest part of them had kept the ward of the house of Saul, and of the children of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty men of valor, famous throughout the house of their fathers. And of the half tribe of Manasseh, 8,000, which were expressed by name to come and make David king. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of time to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, experts in war, with all instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank. They were not of double heart. Wow, so he was killers.
Yeah.
Right. And that's funny because when you really look at, like I said about Issachar, you know, when you look at their people, that's what they used to deal with back then. Is they knew exactly when to go harvest. They knew these things. They knew They knew a lot of things about being in tune with the spirits.
Yeah.
You look at they said when they don't break their ranks. I think of these battalions when they move in like little groups.
Yeah.
You got like a flanking group. So you got like maybe like 4 or 5 people, individuals in one group. You got 4 or 5 individuals in one group, and then they're each holding their position. That's their ranking position right there. So you got one who'll shoot left, you got one person for each hour of the hand to watch each other's back. And it said it didn't even break.
That's like 300.
And he was like, how many warriors did you bring?
Right.
And all those people. He said, what do you do? He said, I'm a fisherman. He said, I'm a hunter. He said, how many warriors did you bring? He said, Spartans. And they all turned to the same side because they were all in tune. That's what they were bred for.
That's what they were born for, yeah.
Yeah, that's how. 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 34. And of the Thali, 8,000 captains, and with them, with shield and spear, 37,000. And of Danites, the Danites, experts in war, 28,600. And of Asher, such as went forth to battle, experts in war, 40,000. And on the other side of Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, and of the half tribe of Manasseh, which all manner of instructions of war, instruments of war for the battle, and 120,000. All these men of war that could keep rank came with a perfect heart to Hebron to make David king over all Israel. And all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king. And there they were with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brethren had prepared for them. Moreover, they that were nigh them, even unto Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought bread on asses, and on camel, and on mule, and on ox, and meat, meal, cakes, and figs, cakes of figs, and bunches of raisins, and wine, and oil, and oxen, and sheep, abundantly. For there was joy in Israel. 1 Chronicles chapter 13, verse 1. And that's only one.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 1. And David consulted with the captains of the 1,000 and hundreds, and with every leader. And David said unto all the congregation of Israel, if it seem good unto you, and that it be of the Lord our God, let us send abroad unto our brethren everywhere that are left in all the land of Israel, and with them also to be priests and Levites, to the priests and Levites, which are in their cities and suburbs, that they may gather themselves unto us. And let us bring again the ark of our God to us, for we inquired not at it in the days of Saul. And all the congregation said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David gathered all Israel together from Shihar of Egypt, even unto the entering of Hemath, to bring the ark of God from Kajat, Jerum. Verse 6. And David went up and all Israel to Baal, that is, to Jerum, which belongeth to Judah, to bring up thence the ark of God to the Lord, that dwelt between the cherubim, whom name is called on it. Verse 7. And they carried the ark of God in a new cart out of the house of Abinadab, and Uzzah, and Ahio, right?
Yeah.
Ahio, drave the cart. And David and all Israel played before God with all their might, and with singing, and with harp, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. And when they came unto the threshing floor of Sidon, Uzzah put forth his hand to hold the ark, for the ox stumbled, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and he smote him, because he put his hand to the ark, and there he died before God.
Can you say this?
Yeah, we use this. This is a perfect example of just following. This is a perfect example when the Most High told Samuel, or rather told Saul, it is better to obey than sacrifice. And the order was nobody was supposed to touch this ark. That's the order. There was only certain people that could deal with this ark. So when you look at the severity of the Most High, why a lot of Israelites have to die, because they just follow. They're faithless. They have to have an explanation for everything. You know, you can see, we get it all the time. A brother can tell you 1,000 times the correct counsel, and you will go with it. But then when you get that one counsel that you don't like, or that is not going to go your way, you second question and you don't follow. You know what I mean? And that's that faithlessness. And when you look here, the order was don't touch it. Just nobody was supposed to touch it. So you think of the severity of the Most High when it comes to these times of just following. You know what I mean? No explanation, just follow. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you. Just follow, right? This is one of the times where he just, don't touch it. You did, you died, right?
In the first part of chapter 13, when they were talking about how Israel was kind of all coming together and everything.
Right.
Under the direction of David.
Mm-hmm.
Is this showing like Israel being of more of one mind with David versus the way they were with Saul?
Yeah.
And was used.
You have that transition going now. Him leaving Saul, you know what I mean? Because they see he's no longer king,
Right.
and they're coming to David.
Right. Used was he? I mean, he seemed to be the only one that didn't follow. Everybody else did, and that's why the Most High smote him. But what was his position? Was he more on Saul? Was he?
I don't think it goes into that. I don't think it goes into that really, that deep. But dealing with the ark, it was only specific priests that could touch it. See, just like if you were to go into the holies of holies, like there's certain, like you'd be a priest, but you couldn't go into where the high priest could go, or you would die. You know what I mean? The Most High take your spirit right there. So this is what you have right here. There was only certain priests that can touch it. They knew that though. It wasn't just like they didn't know that.
Right. That's what I'm asking. What was uses?
He was trying to get the ark. It said it almost fell, right? So he went to go get the ark and it fell. It was falling, so he went to help it. You know what I mean? You think his intentions were good, but that wasn't the order.
Most I know.
You better let the ark fall.
You gotta think about why you got set up like that.
Yeah, like the ark. Listen, the Ark of the Covenant was something carnal. It was carnal. That was just for Israel to have a representation. That's never what the Most High intended. Remember, have no graven images before you, right? If we are going to worship that more than the Most High, then you didn't understand that. And that was Israel's problem with the law, just like a lot of Israelites today, right? They won't serve the spirit of the law. They'd rather serve the carnality of the law, right? And the carnality of the law is that we knew it was the Ark of the Covenant. Listen, they were dancing, singing that the Ark came in with David, right? Partying and dancing and praising the Most High. But then it falls, you would think, well, that's what the Most High wanted, right? No. He wanted him to follow and to follow the order. Okay? Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 11. First Chronicles chapter 13 and verse 11. And David was displeased because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzzah, wherefore that place is called Persia Uzzah to this day.
Uh-huh.
And David was afraid of God that day, saying, how shall I bring the ark of God home to me?
Mm-hmm.
So David brought not the ark home to himself, to the city of David, but carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom, the Gittite. And the ark of God remained with the families of Obed-Edom in his house 3 months. And the Lord blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that he had.
Scary. Yeah. You know what that showed me? Like you said about following? It showed me that.
Say it in the mic.
It showed me that a lot of times we come in and we think we're doing something to please the Most High. Or you come in and you think you're doing something. Brother tell you, hey, listen, I'll go do this. And then you do something totally opposite thinking you helping. But you really ain't, because the Most High just wants to see if you can follow orders.
Yeah.
It's like Most High tell you, listen, this is what I need you to do. Come in, learn this, do this, do this. Then along the way, you start getting these bright ideas.
Right.
Like, oh, I could do this. The Most High is like, no, I didn't tell you to do that. I told you to do this.
Yeah, I don't think.
Israelites ain't gonna understand that because they're so carnal-minded. They don't understand that about following. You know, you got this new generation of brothers and sisters that think I'm just gonna look at class and I'm doing the work of Christ. I keep saying that because they don't understand that this is more the word, the function of a body is instilling in you certain attributes that you're not going to get just by sitting down and reading the Bible. There's a functioning of it. You know, and everything is the same way. You go to the military. When you went to the military, could you just look on YouTube and be like, I'm in the military? Hell no. You had to go through a boot camp. You know what I mean? You had to go through basic training. You had to go through living the life. If you stood up across the world, what did you have to do? Give up your family, right? Give up everything and go commit to living, you know, wherever they send you at. You know what I mean? It wasn't a second question. But once again, that's things you want to do. You know what I mean? Israel, you know what I mean? They think this is a religion. They don't understand, and they don't want to. They don't necessarily want to do that from the heart. Wow. Okay. First Chronicles, the 14th chapter, right?
Yes, sir.
First Chronicles chapter 14 and verse 1. Now Hiram, the king of Tyre, sent messengers to David, and timbers of cedar, and masons, and
masons.
What?
With masons.
With masons and carpenters to build him a house. And David perceived that the Lord had confirmed him king over Israel, for his kingdom was lifted up on high because of his people Israel. And David took more wives at Jerusalem, and David begat more sons and daughters. Verse 4. Now these are the names of the children which he had in Jerusalem: Shammua and Shobab, Nathan and Solomon, and Ibhar and Elishua and Eliphaz and Negoah and Nepheg and Japhah and Elishama and Beeliada and Eliphaz. Verse 8. And when the Philistines heard that David...
All right, listen.
You have to note this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just pointed out to you 13 sons from David. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know that. David had a lot of sons. Right now, we know of Solomon, right? But he had a lot of sons. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And when the Philistines heard that David was anointed king over all Israel, all the Philistines went up to seek David. And David heard of it and went out against him. And the Philistines came and spread themselves in the valley of Riphaim. And David inquired of God, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? And wilt thou deliver them into my hand? And the Lord said unto him, Go up, for I will deliver them into thy hand.
Yeah,
just on a quick note. And David inquired of the Most High, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? What happened there?
He was asking for that order.
From who though?
From the Most High.
From who though? That's what I'm asking. From who though? Who did he go to? Huh? Wait. No. You don't know. Maybe you don't understand what I'm asking. David, verse 10, and David inquired of the Most High, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? Who did David go to?
Was he praying to Christ?
No, he went to Samuel. You understand? He went to Samuel. He went to the prophets. You understand? Remember, they would always go to the prophets. See, that's important because you sit there and be like, he went to the Most High. What did he do? Face the east? No. Listen, they were connected back then. They had Samuel. Through Samuel. Listen, should we go do this? Then the Most High would give it to Samuel and say, yeah, do that. Right? That's how it works. And that's why I pointed that out, because a lot of people, these are the points, man. Certain points when y'all just read, you read past certain things, and you don't really look into it. And if we read it straight through, which we do for the reading, but there's certain of these points, man, where you're going to ask questions about, and so you can get better understanding. But go ahead.
Oh, what's hot is he like the scripture says, do nothing without counsel. Now David
Right.
was already this world renowned like warrior with mighty men who killed tens of thousands. But even still, he obeyed the first commandment, like do nothing without counsel. You know what I mean? One of the commandments. I'm sorry, not the first commandment, but he still obeyed. He still obeyed what was laid down, which is to do nothing without counsel.
Right.
But verse 11. So they came to Baal Pezram, and David smote them there. And then David said, God hath broken in upon my enemies by my hand, like a breaking forth of waters. Therefore they called the name of that place Baal Pezram. And when they had left their gods there, God gave a commandment. David gave a commandment, and they were burnt with fire. Verse 13. And the Philistines yet again spread themselves abroad in the valley. Therefore David inquired again of the Most High. And God said unto him, go not up after them. Turn away from them and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. Verse 15. And it shall be, when thou shalt hear a sound of going in the top of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt go out to battle. For God is gone forth before thee to smite the host of the Philistines. David therefore did as God commanded him, and they smote the host of the Philistines from Gibeon unto Gezer. Verse 17. And the fame of David went out into all lands, and the Lord brought the fear of him upon all nations.
Was that it?
No,
No, that's cool. Y'all have any questions on that?
Wow.
Yeah.
So regarding Samuel,
Yeah.
where can we go to find that's when Samuel was set up as the mediator?
The mediator? Yeah, I'll get it for you.
First Chronicles chapter 15, verse 1. And David made him houses of the city of David, and prepared a place for the ark of God, and pitched for it a tent. Then David said, no one ought to carry the ark of God, but the Levites, for them hath the Lord chosen to carry the ark of God.
Y'all see that?
Y'all see that right there? Yeah.
So then, okay, if David already knew that, right? Then why did he get upset in 13 and 11? Where it says, and David was displeased because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzzah. Why did he get upset? Why did he get displeased?
Well,
did he know after, or
think about it. You're thinking, what type of upset did you think? Well, you think he was angry with the Most High? Nah, he wasn't angry with the Most High. He was just, this is something that, the Most High put this man to death. Right. So, but he wasn't upset. It wasn't like he was upset or angry with the Most High. It was displeased at the situation. Like, man, the Most High just took, huh?
That was my God.
Yeah, the Most High just took this man out.
you just, but it, okay.
What's up?
Because it uses the word breach.
Yeah.
When you breach a contract. You break a you
No, well, the breach was the death.
Okay.
The breach wasn't in the death of this man, right? Right.
Okay.
What you was gonna say, sis?
But in David was in command at that time too, right? So he was following instructions from the Most High, like he was supposed to.
Right.
And I'm sure he was probably expecting everybody under him to be of the same mind and in accord with him, right? So when he did do that, he was like, wow, this guy's not.
Wow.
He's really not with me like he's supposed to be because he just touched the ark and nobody else did, right?
I'm trying to figure why you keep saying that.
Because everybody was like in a good place. Israel was in a good place, right? Because
Where are you getting that from with Yazad?
Because I didn't know he was the one. Was he a Levite?
Well, let's check. Let's find out if he was a Levite. Go to your Zonaphan.
Just
You checked it?
I already looked it up like earlier. It just says that. It says Uzzah, the son of Shimi, who became the father of Shema, the eldest son of Ehud, says the caretaker of, owner of, or one in whose memory a garden was named, which Manasseh and his son Ammon were buried. It doesn't, unless you go to.
Yeah, look, and let's find this out about him. Because I'm trying to figure out why you keep saying that about Uzzah. Like, it doesn't give all that information. Why would you assume that?
I wasn't assuming anything. I was just asking if he was, because it just talked about only the Levites were commissioned to carry the ark. Was
Right.
this in the second moving of the ark or the first time?
Okay, you're switching up statements here. I'm trying to figure out why you the statement you just made about Uzzah. You know what I mean? Why?
Because he was the only one that touched the ark.
But you keep saying that he wasn't locked in with David. I'm not.
Nobody else did.
Right. Nobody else did, but I'm just trying to figure out. Nobody else did. Obviously, this man was out of order, right? He was out of line. But I'm just trying to figure out why you adding that. I'm trying to see, did you?
I was just asking because he.
Yeah,
he was the only one that touched it, and now we're talking about the Levites were the only ones that had the authority to actually carry the ark. Was he a Levi or?
It says that he was a Korahite.
Korite? Yeah.
Of the tribe of Levi.
Korite?
Yes, sir.
Who? Uzzah?
Yes, sir. Right here.
See, and then.
Nah. You gotta find that somewhere else.
Okay.
You gotta find that somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading 1 Chronicles 6 and 29, I believe. And it says, the sons of Mirai and Mahalibni, his son, Shemaiah, his son, Uzzah, his son, Shemaiah, his son, Haggai, his son, and Asaiah, his son. And these were they whom David set over the service, it says the service of the song in the house of the Lord.
He's the son of Abinadab?
After that, the Lord got rested.
Okay. Alright, so he's a Levite, right?
So he was a Levite.
Okay, so he's a Levite. But he still shouldn't have touched it though. That's what I'm saying. You can't add, I'm asking, the only reason I'm asking is because you can't add something that, like, he killed him for what? What did he kill him for?
For not following orders.
That's the only thing that's said, unless y'all know something that I don't know.
Well,
that's why I'm saying that. Oh, go ahead.
That's why I asked, because that's what Because in 13, okay, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Did y'all look up Uzzah or Uzzah?
UZZA.
Okay, because they got.
They got UZZAH, which is.
Yeah.
They have UZZA.
Okay, he's a Levite. That's fine. That's fine and all, but
So was the order given not to touch the ark? Obviously before 13, before chapter 13, right?
Yeah, hold on. And we're trying to find out why the Most High specifically killed Uzzah.
No. I don't think he ordained every Levite.
Yeah, he didn't ordain every Levite. That's
because it said it was chosen, like, or he had to select. I was trying to find the verse where it said he.
Well, we just read it. Where did you leave off at, Lakaman?
I left off at verse chapter 14.
The verse you just left off at.
No, that's me.
Where did you leave off?
That was verse 3.
To read that again.
First Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 2. Then David said, no one ought to carry the ark of God but the Levites. For them hath the Lord chosen to carry the ark of God, and to minister unto him forever.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, when you go into the Holies Holies, only certain priests can go into that bag. So yes, there was priests for certain reasons. You know, you could be in the front, you could do what the priest said, but you couldn't go into the Holies of Holies.
Right.
You understand? What?
That First Chronicles 6 and 29, it kind of told you, it tells you, Uzzah, what he was doing. He was like, it says the Most High.
Go ahead.
It says, Uzzah his son, it says, and these are they whom David set over the service of song in the house of the Most High. After that, the ark had rested, and they ministered before the dwelling place of the tabernacle of the congregation with singing until Solomon had built the house. So it looks like they were
singers
with singing. They were the priests that did that.
Right. What?
Yes, I just got a precept.
That's good one. That's a good one.
I just got a precept because it explains a little bit who was chosen for the
Samuel's?
for the ark. No, it's actually Numbers.
Go ahead.
So this is Numbers chapter 3.
You're writing this down? Like this question never came up. You know what I mean about Uzzah. All I know is the nigga was out of order.
Yeah. So this is
which is coming down to the same thing anyway. But this is more proof to prove that he was specifically chosen for the singing. Right. We're finding out, which was what?
This is First Chronicles 6 and 31 and 32.
Right. So that was First Chronicles 6, 31, 32, showing that he was chosen for the singing. Right.
This is Numbers chapter 4, verse 1. And the Lord's verse 2. Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi after their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 4. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. So it's like, I guess, I don't know, almost maybe he wasn't the one that was supposed to be, ordained to do the holy things in the tabernacle.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean,
because it gave a certain age.
That was a simple point. That he wasn't meant to touch it. You know what I mean? And the Most High, I was asking her because she was, I don't know if it was a question, it was a statement, but you were making it seem like there was a backstory behind Uzzah, and I wasn't sure. I was like, where are you getting that from? You know what I mean? Because I've never heard of that. But, yeah.
I was only, because was
Yeah.
asking because sometimes when you read something and you read over it and then you read it or you hear it again and you hear things that you didn't hear the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and so you make a point about him not following, which I got that,
Right.
but nobody else did that. Nobody else attempted to touch it, even if the intentions were good. Nobody else attempted to touch it.
Right.
And so that's what when we read in the next chapter that the Levites were only ordained to carry it. Like,
well, he was a Levite.
What would make the Most High
Kill this man.
I'm just like, what stood out? Was he more? Was he like in the same mind of Saul? Because Saul, like the whole nation of Israel was like jacked up because of Saul. So I was just like, why?
No, right. No, I mean it's fair. It's fair. It's fair to think those things. You never know.
Because I once thought when I first read this, in my mind, I thought, wow, the Most High used him because he knew his heart. There was something in him that the Most High made him an example.
Right.
That's what I looked at.
Right. And that's all can be true, but what I'm saying is that it ain't specifically pointing those things out.
Right.
So we're gonna be reaching. You know what I mean? So you just know that this man wasn't supposed to. The order, they knew the order that only certain priests could touch it. He touched it.
Right.
Yeah, what you got?
No, that's why 32 at the end of it says, and then they waited on their office according to their order. So basically, he didn't hold to his order.
Right.
That's 1 Chronicles 6 and 32.
1 Chronicles 6 and 32.
It basically when you read 29, it's breaking down like the lineage where Uzzah came from. Then it tells you in 31 what they were supposed to be doing, and 32.
Right.
So he was a singer.
Hey, but you know what? See. Listen, let me show y'all something. And I'm not tripping on what she was saying. I'm just, I was just wondering like where you getting it from. And maybe I didn't read it. You know what I mean? So, but this is what gets brothers and sisters to study. You see how one thing lets. Now you got to go to this scripture, you got to go to this other scripture, and you have to get the understanding, right? And to know that if you're dropping it right or reaching, right? So precept, we can only get the understanding through precepts, through the scriptures. So this is what Sabbath class is supposed to be preparing the young brothers and sisters, the kids, to do, is to ask questions and study, and it's going to get them more well-rounded in the knowledge in the scriptures. So this is good. I'm not tripping out for none of it.
Yeah, it says these were the sons of Levi.
Okay, so let's go ahead and read on.
1 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 3. And David gathered all Israel together to Jerusalem to bring up the ark of the Lord unto his place, which he had prepared for it. And David assembled the children of Aaron and the Levites, the sons of Kohath, Uriel, the chief of his brethren, and 120, and the sons of Merari, Azariah, the chief of his brethren, 220, and the son of Gershom, Joel, the chief of his brethren, and 130, and the sons of Eliphaz, Elzaphan, Shimra, the chief of his brethren, 200, and the son of Hermon.
What verse you at?
Verse 9.
Eliel?
Eliel. Right?
Eliel, the chief of his brethren, fourscore. And the son of Uziel, Aminadab, the chief, and his brother, and 112. And David called for Zadok, and Abiathar, the priest, and the Levites for Uriel. Ahazah.
Okay, and what I was looking for, what I was checking is, remember, Chronicles is giving you certain times that happened through Samuel's kings, right? So I was trying to look and find what priest was actually around during that specific time. You know what I mean? So, because you do have Nathan, right? And that was the priest, and you have Samuel. So I was trying to find specifically, was it Samuel during that time? I know we know it's one of the priests. He wasn't going to the Most High by himself. You know what I mean? I was just trying to find what priest was actually around. Was it Nathan or was it Samuel? Okay.
It has to be Nathan because remember Saul called up Samuel from the dead.
Saul called up Samuel from the dead. Well, once again, we're still dealing with time periods. Was it before Samuel died or after Samuel died? You know what I mean? So, but if it was after, obviously it'd be Nathan, right? Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to find for him, though.
Okay, verse 11, second to the last precept. Isaiah and Joel, Shemariah and Elio and Amimadab. Verse 12. And said unto them, Ye are the chiefs, ye are the chief of the fathers of the Levites. Sanctify yourselves, both ye and your brethren, that ye may bring up the ark of the Lord God of Israel unto the place that I have prepared for it. Verse 13. For did it not at the first, the Lord our God made a breach upon us, that we sought him not after the due order.
Question. Are they referring to user in this right here, where he's saying about to prepare themselves because they didn't do it the first time when they dealt with the ark?
Right. Where are you at?
Verse 12.
First Chronicles?
Yes, sir. 12 and 13.
I'm sorry, I was looking for his the scripture on here.
Right. So David, when you start from the first verse, David's now preparing. He don't want to mess up again. Right. So he's making sure it's done correctly. That's why too. Then David said, "None ought to carry the ark of the Most High, but the Levites. For them hath the Lord chosen to carry the ark of the Most High, and to minister unto him forever." Right? So he's gathering these men to do that service. Then you said verse 12, right?
Yes.
And he said unto him, Ye are the chief of the fathers of the Levites. Sanctify yourself, both ye and your brother, that ye may bring up the ark of the Most High of Israel unto the place that I have prepared for it.
13.
For because ye did it not at the first. For because ye did it not at the first, the Lord our power made a breach upon us, for that we sought him not after. The due order. Okay, so, that's why I said, are we looking up the right Uzziah? You know what I mean? You understand?
Yeah, because when I looked up the name.
See, but I think what's going on here is you're dealing with just like I keep saying, you're dealing with the certain priest that was only ordained to deal with this art. Right? So, yeah.
So that's what I was saying, is he like reminding them, like, listen, y'all go sanctify, go clean yourself, and get yourself prepared for the ark. Because the last time we had something happen, the Most High put a breach.
Right, exactly. Right, and obviously the breach was this man not following, right?
All right, go ahead.
First Chronicles chapter 15, verse 14. So the priest and the Levites, so there's already a separation right there. It said the priest and the Levites. Because not all Levites were priests.
Right. Some of them were singers.
Yeah.
Well, right. Right, exactly.
You should know that there was many offices of the priesthood. Right? You had the ones that would just set up the office.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had the ones that would be the singers. You had the musicians. You had the ones that were set just for the sacrificial. Then you had the high priests. Right?
We read that. They cleaned up blood.
Right.
Their only job was to clean up blood.
Right.
The other priests,
They all had a position. Like, nobody went outside their position. You had those that went and handpicked the animals. You had those that brought the animals to the altar. You had those that slaughtered the animal. You had those that set up the prayers. You had those that did the cleaning.
Right.
And their children's children did the same office.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah,
order like.
And it went on all day.
Well, then that would make sense, because back in when it said Uzzah and somebody else were to drain, so they were. What does drain mean?
They drove the cart. When they drove the cart.
So they must have been chosen at that time.
Just to drive
the cart.
Once again, the Most High put him to death because he didn't follow the order. Obedience is better than sacrifice. But it's deep though, as it brings all these little other pieces to it. How it shows you, man, the Most High is not joking when it comes to following orders. You know what I mean? You stay in your lane.
Follow your priesthood.
That's it. Go ahead.
So the priests and the Levites sanctified themselves to bring up the ark of the Lord God of Israel. Verse 15. And the children of Levites bare the ark of God upon their shoulders, with the staves thereon, as Moses commanded according to the word of the Lord. Verse 16. And David spake to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brethren to be the singers with instruments of music, psalteries, and harps, and cymbals, and sounding by lifting up the voice with joy. Verse 17. So the Levites appointed Heman.
What verse are you at?
17.
Mm-hmm.
So the Levites appointed Heman, the son of Joel.
What? 15 verse 17?
Yeah. Heman.
Heman, yeah. Heman, yeah.
Heman, the son of Joel.
And so they get everything out the Bible. Even the cartoon characters come out of the Bible. He-Man.
The son of Joel.
Go ahead,
and of his brother Asaph, the son of Berechiah, and of the sons of Miriah, their brother, and Ethan, the son of Cushai, verse 18, and with them their brother of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Jeziel, and Shemaramoth, and Jehiel, and Unai, and Elad, and Benaiah, and Manasseh, and Metathena, and Elaphia,
Yeah.
and Mikanah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel,
The porters.
and the singers of Haman, Asphah, and Ethan were appointed to sound with cymbals of brass, and Zechariah, and Eziel, and Sheramah, and Jael, and Unai, and Eliah, and Manasseh, and Benaiah, with psaltery on Alamoth, and Mattathias, the Eliphanah, and Mikanah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel, and Uzziah with harp on the Sheminah to excel. And Shinnah, the chief of Levites, was for song. He instructed about the song because he was skillful. And Bereshana, Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. And Shebaniah, the Jehoshaphat, and Nathaniel, and
Amissiah,
and
Zechariah,
and
Benaniah,
Benaniah,
and
Eleazar, the priest, did blow the trumpet before the ark of God.
Yeah, I like what was just brought out though, because it shows you how everybody had their office. That's beautiful. You know, what are you go? I said it before. Like, okay, brother, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, if you got some brothers and sisters that just watch online, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna drop alms types. You're gonna make flyers. Like, you choose something. There has to be some office. The Most High, He said He gave you talents, and what did He give them for? Right? You know, for us to sit on our hands. You know, when you look at the body in here, brothers and sisters fall into their office. You know, you got Sammy. She painted this nice picture here for us. She's the, you know, she does the flyers, right? You got the sisters all come together, do the garments. You know what I mean? Then you got the in the sisterhood, you also got other specifics. You know, that the sisters do. You know, dealing with the business meeting. Everybody has an office. You know, even the brothers, as you come in and you start learning, you're gonna have some brothers that's really good with history. Then you're gonna have some brothers that's really good with the Hebrew. Not that other brothers won't know the history, or not that other brothers won't know the Hebrew, but some brothers is just gonna be, that's gonna be their niche. You know what I mean? This is when Paul says that is all the body, in the body, the eye. You know, is all the arm, the leg? No, everybody is going to be piece of the body. Be a piece of the body. But we have to see that, are you trying to be a piece of the body? Or are you just trying to look at the body and be like, oh yeah, that's fine. You do that, brother. You know what I mean? You have to take a place in the office, in the priesthood. Remember, we're a nation of kings and priests now. So it ain't just brothers. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? You the priest, brother. No. The Most High chose the men to be the priests of the nation. Then that's where we once again get into this conversation about a man's duty. You Israelite men are not learning this Bible just to hear it and to give the pump fist. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah, brother, black power. No, He chose you to be a priest to the nations. You know what I mean? So it's coming to terms with that for the men to start standing up and saying, no, that's my office. Everything else is secondary, you know? Yeah.
You know what this also shows you?
That there was many people out throughout the land, but the Most High chose certain people to perform these duties and these positions in their office. And it's the same thing. This is not a book for you to read so that you can get insight on what was. This is us coming back to what we were and what we need to be. And it's crazy because you get brothers that get pulled out and get chosen, and they come here and then they think they can go get jobs. Like listen, our office
let me expound on that.
Once again, your profession. You know what I mean? Which one? When you look at these men, like you said, one got the cattle, one sacrificed the cattle, one set up the priesthood. The Most High wants us men to understand this. You're a priest. Your bowl of cereal, you're sitting down and watching a movie. That's extra. That's on your own time. Your service, what you've been chosen for as a man, is to lead our nation, to lead this, to be a priest in this priesthood. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And the reason why we, once again, bring up the job is because ever since we got to Houston, it seems like the only important thing in these men's lives is a job. And the Most High is last. The priesthood is last. So where we come from, when it was about the word, we dropped everything for the word of the Most High. You know what I mean? Everything was secondary. Did we have a job? Yes. Did we eat? Yes. Did we pay our bills? Yes. Did you pay your taxes? Yes. But all that was second.
Because our motto was...
I just want to be clear. I want to be clear because a lot of people think, well, what do you mean by job? Get a job. Once again, it's saying that we've been getting a lot of people that it's like we have 7 brothers coming to class and then it's like they get a job and get a woman and they forget everything. Yeah. It's like, I don't know the Bible no more. I don't want to apply nothing. I want to sit at home on my butt. Okay? So I'm trying to bring clarity for these statements that we're making about job. Once again, we all have jobs. We have our own business here. You know what I mean? To try to make it a little easier to not have to bend over backwards for Esau. But at the same time, what's first?
The Most High.
The Most High. You know what I mean? So that's the point we're making. That you brothers and sisters have to understand the Most High is first. The work is first. Not just what certain people put in your head. Like I show up every weekend. Like church. A lot of brothers think it's like church. They want it to be like church. Throw on my garments once a weekend and I'm an Israelite. No. I throw on my work clothes once a day. You know what I mean? Everything else, you know what I mean? Superman was Superman. Right? He was Superman all the time. He had to become what? Clark Kent. You understand? So you're putting on the fake thing for the world, the job and all that. But you're an Israelite all the time. You know what I mean? And you know, like the brother Justin, you know what I mean? You go dealing with people at your training sessions and you do what? Teaching them the word. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Not hiding and you know, when we go to our business, when you go to EO, you're passing out, you're still getting in conversation. People with flyers, right? Scriptures, right? But making money at the same time. That's the beauty of having your own business, is that you don't have to worry about getting fired by a white man for a flyer. You know what I mean? Even though we still have to be careful, because like even you being a trainer, you have to be careful. You might just run all your people off, right? But you know the Most High will bless. You know what I mean? And us, the same way. We pick and choose. You know, hey, brother, you know, I'm getting in this wise conversation. Would you check this out? So that's what we're saying. Everything's supposed to be geared around the truth. Not, you know, everything's geared, my life, and then the truth comes. That's part-time. You know what I mean? The brothers is part-time. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. It's never going to work like that. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters, they get on the Israelite fad, and then you don't see them no more. Why? Because you didn't make this your life. You didn't make this your true profession.
This is our nationality.
This is our nation coming back to who we are. Not just I'm a part-time Israelite like churches. I'm going to replace this for church. went to church on Sunday. You know what I mean? Gave my tithes and my alms, and that's it.
Wore my church outfit.
Wore my church outfit. Next time I see you, won't be to church.
Saturday.
That's not how we do this. We live this every day. Every day you see Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and when we're not here, we're doing the cable show. We're finding some venue or access to teach the word of the Most High. This is our job. Right, passing out flyers.
Not for like an hour or two, but like for like several hours.
Right, there you go.
Like a job.
Right, like a job. Exactly. We make this our life. See? And that's why I'm clarifying it, because people will be like, well, your brothers don't got jobs. Yes, we got jobs, but that's not our priority. F the job.
And everything we do.
F the job.
Huh.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Money's gonna come. Like that bill, the light bill, your cable bill, it ain't going nowhere. You know, Shalomai's dad, I keep saying it, he died and he was still getting bills, light bills. Like the nigga ain't even got lights and he's getting light bills. He's dead, right? So that's what we're trying to say when you hear us here at ISBHPK say about jobs, because we've been getting that, man. Yeah. We've got brothers that, man, they had zeal. And then we would talk to them and be like, brother, what happened? And we're thinking like there was a discrepancy with the doctrine or something. No, it'd be like, I got to work. I got a job. Like, that's what this was all about. You gave up everything. You gave up the wisdom and knowledge for a job or for a woman. Like, yeah, bro, I can't make it to class because Saturdays is a dedication for me and my boo.
And you know,
like, really?
And they don't even
we've heard that.
And you know what's that? They don't even see the power of the Most High blessing them while they didn't have a job. Because when they didn't have a job, they came to the camp. They were diligent in coming to class. They were never without food. They were never without shelter. They were never without clothing. They were never left wanting.
Right.
Like David said. He said, "I never seen the children of the Most High or the seed of the Most High begging for bread."
Right.
They never seen that. But then as soon as they get a job, the stuff goes left. I'm sorry, it goes left. Because then now they're chasing this money to get their food, to get their clothes, to get their car, to get whatever they didn't have when the Most High had already given it to them prior to that.
Yeah. So yeah. I just wanted to be, because you hear us say that a lot. You hear brothers like about jobs. It is not because they got a job. Is that they actually sell out their spirits for these jobs.
It's their intentions of getting when they get that job.
Yeah.
Because think of this. The same, listen,
and this don't even pertain to us, because we take care of the church consistently. You come in without any resource. You use the wisdom to fix yourself. Then you go out and you don't see the benefit of the scriptures except to go get a job. Then you get a job. You still live in the greater Houston area. You never pop up for class. And then you never pay tithes. Even the scriptures tell you that you're supposed to give a percentage to the body. So if you knew this is what fixed you at first, you were broken. You were a spirit torn. You came in, you sat down, you got fixed. Just enough to get a job.
Yeah.
You still live in Houston.
Real.
Listen, everybody ain't working 7 days a week. That's insane. So when you won't even show up.
Right. Listen, before we go deep into this, that's the point, please, because we can go at this all day. The point is this, that you see the lack of care and love in the men. Because you have more sisters dedicated than the men. You understand? Than the men. But the men, they women in the job. So here at ISBHPK, everybody has a job. Everybody works. And we have to pay the lights. Trust me, these lights don't get paid because by brothers that don't even want to support. They're not going to get paid that way. It's by brothers that's here doing it. So we got jobs. We're pointing these things out because Texas, I don't know if you other camps is probably dealing with the same thing, but Texas, we're having a problem with brothers. We were having a problem with these Southern brothers. They get a job and get a woman and just sit back. Oh, baby, it's just me and you, baby. It's just me and you.
coming down.
Right. So let's get back on these readings though. Where are we at?
Real quick.
Yeah. But
just to go back to that point about David and killing Uzzah.
Yeah.
Just to show, because David ended up bringing the ark to Obed Edom.
Okay.
And I just looked up Obed Edom. It says one of the musical Levites. So that was his. He was a musical Levite.
Uzzah.
No, Obed Edom.
Obed Edom.
Yeah, he was a musical Levite.
Okay.
Just to show like they had their offices.
Right. They had their offices. Right. Yeah.
Further
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Okay. Go ahead and read on.
We'll be here all night on the Saturday.
1 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 25.
I used to be, back in the days, I used to be in Sabbath class for 5-6 hours. You know what I mean? Because after Sabbath ceremony and all the reading, High Priest Yeshai used to go through the breakdowns. That's when you get all your breakdowns. So you'd be there for 5, 6, maybe longer, 7 hours. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The class used to be like that, even back in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like it started at 9 and then we leave at like 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning, yeah. Be back here. 1 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 25. So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord of the house of Obed Edom with joy. Verse 26. And it came to pass, when God helped the Levites that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, that they offered 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And David was clothed with a robe of fine linen. And all the Levites that bear the ark, and all the singers, and Chenaniah, the master of the song, with the singers. David also had upon him an ephod of linen. Verse 28. Thus all Israel brought up.
Now you get it.
Verse 28. Thus all Israel brought up the ark of the covenant of the Lord with shouting and with sound of the cornet, and with the trumpets and with the cymbals and with the noise, with psaltery and harp. Verse 29. And it came to pass, as the ark of the covenant of the Lord came to the city of David, that Michal, the daughter of Saul, looking out the window, saw King David dancing and playing, and she despised him in her heart.
Okay.
All right, so let's get the next reader to come up. Quatazat. You're going to state your name and your registry. Okay. Go ahead,
Quatazat Ash, Sabbath Shashal, Benyamin Ban Yashala. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham.
Slide over a little bit more. Slide over to me.
We're going to get these next ones out.
1 Chronicles chapter 16 and verse 1. So they brought the ark of the Most High and set it in the midst of the tent that David had pitched for it. And they offered burnt sacrifices and peace offerings before the Most High. And when David had made an end of offering the burnt offerings and the peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Most High. And he dealt to everyone of Israel, both man and women, and to everyone a loaf of bread and a good piece of flesh, and a figion of wine. And he appointed certain of the Levites to minister before the ark of the Most High and to record and to thank and promise the Most High God of Israel. Asaph, the chief, and next to him, Zechariah, Jeliel, and Shemaramoth, and Jeheliel, and Mattaiah, and Eliab, and Benaniah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeliel with psalteries and with harps. But Asaph made a sound with cymbals. Benaniah also and Jahaziel, the priest, with trumpets continually before the ark of the covenant of the Most High. Then on that day, David delivered first his psalm to thank the Most High into the hand of Asaph and his brethren. Give thanks unto the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people. Sing unto him. Sing psalms unto him. Take ye of all his wondrous works. Talk ye of all his wondrous works. Glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face continually. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his workers and his judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Israel, his servants, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our power. His judgments are in all the earth. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, even of the covenant which he made with Abraham and of his oath unto Isaac. Verse 17. And he hath confirmed the same to Jacob for the law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying, Unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, when you were but few, even a few, and strangers in it. And when they went from nation to nation, and from one kingdom to the other people, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm. Sing unto the Most High, all the earth. Show forth from day to day his salvation. Declare his glory among the heathen, his marvelous works among all nations. For great is the Most High, and greatly to be praised. He also is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the people are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Verse 27. Glory and honor are in his presence. Strength and gladness are in his place. Give unto the Lord, ye kindreds of people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come before him. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Fear before him all the earth. The world shall also be stable, that it be not moved. Let the heavens be glad, and let the earth rejoice, and let men say among the nations, the Lord reigneth. Verse 32. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the fields rejoice, and all that is therein. Then shall the trees of the wood sing out at the presence of the Most High, because he cometh to judge the earth. O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. And say ye, Save us, O power of our salvation, and gather us together, and deliver us from the heathen, that we may give thanks to thy holy name, and glory in thy praise. Verse 36. Blessed be the Most High God of Israel forever and ever. And all the people said, Amen, and praised the Lord. So he left there before the ark of the covenant of the Lord Asaph and his brethren, and to minister before the ark continually, as every day's work required. And Obed-Edom with their brethren, 68. Obed-Edom also the son of Jeduthun, and Hosa to be porters, and Zadok the priest, and his brethren the priests, before the tabernacle of the Most High in the high place that was Gibeah, to offer burnt offerings unto the Lord upon the altar of the burnt offering continually, morning and evening, and to do according to all that was written in the law of the Lord, which he commanded Israel. Verse 41. And with him Heman and Jeduthun, and the rest that were chosen, who were expressed by name, to give thanks to the Lord, because his mercy endureth forever.
And with him Heman and Jeduthun with trumpets and cymbals for those that should make a sound, and with musical instruments of the Most High. And the son of Jeduthun were porters. And all the people departed, every man to his house, and David returned to bless his house. Verse 17, chapter 17. First Chronicles, chapter 17 and 1. Now it came to pass, as David sat in his house, and David said to Nathan the prophet, Lo, I dwell in the house of cedars, but the ark of the covenant of the Most High remaineth under curtains. And Nathan said unto David, Do all that is in thine heart, for God is with thee. And it came to pass that same night that the word of the Most High came to Nathan, saying, Go and tell David my servant, Thus saith the Lord, Thou shalt not build me an house to dwell in, for I have not dwelt in an house since the day that I brought up Israel unto this day, but have gone from tent to tent, and from one tabernacle to another. Verse 6. Whosoever I have walked with, all Israel spake I a word to any of the judges of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people, saying, Why have ye not built me an house of cedars? Now therefore thus shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I looked thee from the sheepcote, even from the following the sheep, that thou shouldest be ruler over my people Israel. Verse 8. And I have been with thee whithersoever thou hast walked, and have cut off all thine enemies from before thee, and have made thee a name like the name of great men that are in the earth. Also I will ordain a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they shall dwell in their place, and shall be moved no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness waste them any more, as at the beginning. And since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, moreover, I will subdue all thine enemies. Furthermore, I tell thee that the Most High will build thee an house. Verse 11. And it shall come to pass, when thy days be expired, that thou must go to be with thy fathers, that I will raise up thy seed after thee, which shall be of thy sons, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build me an house, and I will establish his throne forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son, and I will not take my mercy away from him, as I took it from him that was before thee. Verse 14. But I will settle him in mine house and in my kingdom forever, and his throne shall be established forevermore. According to all these words, and according to all his visions, so did Nathan speak unto David. And David the king came and sat before the Most High, and said, Who am I, O Lord God? And what is mine house that thou hast brought me hitherto? And yet this was a small thing to thine eyes, O God, for thou hast also spoken of thy servant's house for a great while to come, and hast regarded me according to the estate of a man of high degree, O Lord God. Verse 18. What can David speak more to thee for the honor of thy servant? For thou knowest thy servant. O Lord, for thy servant's sake, and according to thine own heart, hast thou done all this greatness in making known all these great things. O Lord, there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what nation on earth is like thy people Israel, whom God went to redeem, to be his own people, to make thee a name of greatness and of terribleness, by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt. For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever, and thou, Lord, becomest their God. Verse 23. Therefore now, Lord, let the thing that thou hast spoken concerning thy servant and concerning his house be established forever, and do as thou hast said. Let it even be established that thy name may be magnified forever, saying, The Lord of hosts is the power of Israel, even a power to Israel. And let the house of David thy servant be established before thee. For thou, O my God, hast told thy servant that thou wilt build him an house. Therefore thy servant hath found in his heart to pray before thee. Verse 26. And now, the Lord, thou art God, and hast promised this goodness unto thy servant. Now therefore, let it please thee, and bless the house of thy servant, that it may be before thee forever. For thou bless it, O Lord, and it shall be blessed forever.
All right, next, brother. Yeah, yes, sir. All right, you're gonna say, what's your Hebrew name, Mike?
Zerubbabel.
Zerubbabel. We gotta. I'm gonna look that up in Hebrew real quick, so I can say it. We can say it right in Hebrew, but that way we can make sure we call him his name from now on instead of Justin. Zerubbabel. So you just gotta look it up on there.
He was a warrior. I don't know exactly the meaning, but he was a warrior. Yeah.
Right, Zerubbabel. We gotta look it up in Hebrew so we can say it the right way. Okay, so you're gonna say Zerubbabel, Shabbatashal, which means tribe of, Yehowadah, Bun Yasha'ala, then you Imagim, and then you salute. Okay, so Zerubbabel,
Shabbatashal,
Yehowadah, Bun Yasha'ala.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yeah, Mutai. All right.
We gotta slide over a little bit. We keep getting out of that. Okay, come over a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Center. That way we can be centered right there. All right.
You read 2 chapters. Okay.
First Chronicles chapter 18, verse 1. Now after this, it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them, and took Gath and her towns out of the hands of the Philistines. Verse 2. And he smote Moab, and the Moabites became David's servants and brought gifts. And David smote Hadrazzer, king of Zobah, unto Hammon, as he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 7,000 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. David also hogged all the chariot horses, but reserved of them 100 chariots. Verse 5. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to help Hadrazzer, king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 22,000 men. Verse 6. Then David put garrisons in Syria, Damascus, and the Syrians became David's servants and brought gifts. Thus the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were of the servants of Hadrazzer and brought them to Jerusalem. Verse 8. Likewise from Tebad and from Chun, cities of Hadrazzer, brought David very much brass, wherewith Solomon made the brassen sea and the pillars and the vessels of brass. Now when the Tua king of Haman heard how David had smitten all of the hosts of Hadrazzer, king of Zobah, he sent Hadamram, his son, to King David to inquire of his welfare and to congratulate him. Congratulate him, because he had fought against Hadrazzer and smitten him. And with
and with him all manner of vessels of gold and silver and brass. Verse 11. Them also King David dedicated unto the Lord with the silver and the gold that he brought from all these nations, from Edom and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek. Moreover, Abishai, the son of Zeruiah slew of the Edomites in the valley of Salt 18,000. Verse 13. And he put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's servants.
Okay, hold on one second.
What's that?
In verse 2, where it said that this is the question stemming from a conversation we had previously about Moab.
Okay.
Because in verse 2 it says, and he smote Moab, and the Moabites became David's servants.
Okay.
And brought gifts. So these the same Moabites that we were conversating about them being Israel, or are these the
Okay. Well, what a high priest Yeshua is saying is this. He's saying that Moab is not the Chinese and Japanese.
Okay.
He's saying that the Chinese and Japanese are a mixture of Israel, a lot of Israelites. He's not saying everyone.
Right.
Remember, the Mongoloids came in, conquered them. So he's not saying all of them are Israelites. What he's saying is that a lot over there are Israelites, a mixture of Gad, Judah, and Manasseh, I think he said.
Okay.
Okay? He's saying they're not Moab. What he's saying is that Moab and Ammon are a different Arabic tribe.
Okay. Because it's kind of like, how you got Egyptians over in Egypt, but them not Egyptians.
They're not Egyptians, right.
Right.
So he's saying what we thought as Moab is not the Chinese and Japanese.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So
this caliber of Moab were
yeah,
the ones that were allowed to be put in servitude.
Well, Moab in the Bible is supposed to be, he's saying that they're Arabic people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Now, this is the information he's coming out with, you know what I mean? And, it has to obviously, I mean, I got a whole history thing on it. The thing on it to me is that, we're here to teach Israel. If he's saying there's Israelites over there in China and Japan, fine. Israel's scattered through everywhere. It doesn't change anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just saying that these is what we thought was Moabites. They're not those people. You know what I mean? Because those people are over there, or Chinese and Japanese are different.
Right. Because Moab, per se, in this scripture.
This is of course Moab is in here. Moab, for lack of better terms, the real Moab.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay.
These are the ones that are able to.
These are the
servants.
The real Moab.
These are the same Moabites. This is the same Moabite where it talks about when she went Ruth. That was a Moabite.
Right.
Of the same.
That wasn't a Chinese or Japanese.
Right.
Chinese person.
Gotcha.
See, that's what he said. Now, he's edifying on this, you know what I mean? And the only one that can bring out to me to edify or bring more information or add is him. Because a lot of the history that was brought out was through Yeshua. You know what I mean? One of his jobs, one of the 7 heads were he was the historian. You go back to all his old videotapes, it's him bringing out the history.
Right.
So, but to me, it's not that big of difference to say Israel scattered over there. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
Israel, what we thought was the Chinese and Japanese, those are our people scattered amongst the land.
Well, when you look at the Chinese people I've been looking at, they have afros. They have
right. Well, but that's when you go back to the real Asiatic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The Asiatic black man, right?
Right.
But you know, there's more information that has to come out on that, and you know, and be brought out. You see, we don't go over it a lot because it's new. It's new to me. You know what I mean? So to be fair, you know what I mean, when I touch on it, I really have to go into the study myself because this is new to all Israel for him to bring that out. So, but like I said, it's nothing to get crazy over. I don't think, because that's like when we go to Isaiah 11 and the Most High says Israel scattered through Cush, Pathros, Egypt, Shinar. Brothers don't sit down and think about that and say, wait a minute, Israelites are in Babylon? Israelites are in Ethiopia? See, you're thinking like, oh, so-called Negroes going to move to Ethiopia? No, there's Israelites there.
We were sold in slavery.
Right. So, but are they going to look like Israelites?
No.
So what he's saying is kind of the same thing. When you go to Isaiah 49, and it says that Israel is in the land of Sinim, that his people were going to be brought to the land of from this land of Sinim. Sinim, when you look that up, it tells you China. You know what I mean? It's plain out said China when you look up the word Sinim. So what he's saying is that our people, a majority of our people are over there. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. And like I said, to be fair, it's new to all of us. So, you know, I have to go into the history, the scriptures. And I mean, the scriptures is easy. It says in Isaiah 49, I think it's 49. I got to get the scripture again. But the land of Sinim, and when you look up Sinim, it says China. That's easy. But like the historical, the anthropology, and the, what's the other word? We always use
archaeology.
Not the archaeology, but the study of people is
sociology.
No, not the sociology. That's more like, you know what I mean, you know, their customs. Huh? It's another word. I forget it right now. But we have to go into the genealogy a little bit on that. But yeah, Yeshaya truthfully is giving me a book with all this information from all these history books where Israel, where these so-called Chinese people were calling themselves Jews. So, you know, it's stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't brought it out myself because there's a lot of information that needs to come out, you know? And to be fair, I think he needs to be coming out with it, not me, because then it's going to be like, well, who are you bringing that out, right? So that's how I feel about it, yeah.
That was the scripture about Sinim. That's Isaiah 49 and verse 12.
Yeah, Isaiah 49 and 12. So when you go to that scripture and you look up the word Sinim, you look it up in anything, it says China. Right? I mean, all right. So, but did that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Come on, the water for that, bro.
Appreciate you.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 18, verse 13. And he put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's servants. Thus the Lord prepared David whatsoever he went. Verse 14. So David reigned over all Israel and executed judgment and justice among all his people. And Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was over the host. And Jehoshaphat, the son of Ahilud, recorder. Verse 16. And Zadok, the son of Ahitub, and Abimelech, the son of Abithar, were the priests, and Shapshish was scribe. And Benjamin, the son of Jehudah, was over the Cherethites, and the Philiathites, and the sons of David were chief about the king.
So, right. Where are you at right now? Chapter 19.
We're at chapter 19, what verse? Okay, and just on your question, what prophet? It was Nathan the prophet during that time. Because what do you got for the dates?
Because the date, Saul was in kingdom. He was in rulership from 1053 to 1013 BC. And that was during the time of Samuel. And then After him, 1013 to 973 BC, that was Nathan. And then right after Nathan was Gad.
Go ahead.
First Chronicles chapter 19, verse 1. Now it came to pass after this that Nathanael, the king of the children of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his stead. And David said, I will shew kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, because his father shewed kindness to me. And David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. So the servants of David came into the land of the children of Ammon to Hanun to comfort him. But the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Are not his servants come unto thee for to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land? Verse 4. Wherefore Hanun cut off their garments in the midst hard by their buttocks, and sent them away. Then there went certain and told David how the men were served, and he sent to them, and he sent to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves obvious to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver, Medeba, and the children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities and came to battle. Verse 8. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array before the gates of the city. And the kings that were come were by themselves in the field. Verse 10. Now when Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose out of all the choice of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered unto the hand of Abishai, his brother. And they set themselves in array against the children of Ammon. Verse 12. And he said, if the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will help thee. Be of good courage, and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people and for the cities of our God. So Joab battle, and they fled battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. But the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shophath, the captain of the host. And when the servants of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they made peace with David, and became his servants. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon anymore.
I mean, that's 2 chapters?
Okay, do y'all have any questions on that? Okay. What you Okay, this is First Chronicles, the 20th chapter. And it came to pass that after the year was expired, at the time that the king go out to battle, Joab led forth the power of the army, and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried at Jerusalem, and Joab smote Rabbah and destroyed it.
And David took the crown of their king from off his head and found it to weigh 1 talent of gold. And there were precious stones in it. And it was set upon David's head. And he brought also spoil of the people. And he brought out the in it and axes. Even so dealt David with the cities of the children of Ammon, and David and all the people of Jerusalem returned to Jerusalem. Wow, I'm still thinking about that Saul's. And axes. And it said David was a man after God's heart. That's why you know the Christians don't be reading this Bible. Like, what man of God can saw somebody in half? Not my. Well, that's the man of the Bible. The man that God said David was a man after my own heart, right? And David and all the people returned to Jerusalem. And it came to pass after this that there arose war at Gezer with the Philistines, at which time Sibbekai the Hushite slew Sipia that was of the children of the giant, and they were subdued. And now this is where you have to understand that these giants, there were many giants back in those days. People get caught up on giants. Well, you had many giants back in those days, and then you had these kids that came forth. Now this is after the flood. This is after the flood. But there were still big people back then. And that's all that is. And there was war again with the Philistines. And Elkanah, the son of Joar, slew Lema, the brother of Goliath, the Gittite, whose spear staff was like a weaver's beam. And yet again there was war at Gath, where was a man of great stature, whose fingers and toes were 24, 6 on each hand, and 6 on each foot. Check that out. So this was a literal giant. Yes.
Oh,
Ariel got 6 toes. I'm just messing with you.
No, when you read in verse 2, we read in verse 2 about the when David took the crown,
right?
That weighed a talent. It said basically it was 75 pounds.
Right.
It was a 75-pound crown with stones. He just put it on his head.
Right.
So he had to be a big man.
Yeah. Right. He had to be a big man.
Yeah,
right.
75-pound crown.
75-pound crown.
That's not something that you can just put on. Because you know what's crazy?
You can't have no weak, skinny girl neck.
And these pictures they paint of our patriarchs is these feeble white men. But when you see, when you to think of a crown like that, and then to see a giant,
right?
You would think okay, he might be a big guy, but the men you're dealing with are big guys.
Right. That's the thing, that they're going according to the stature of men today, when the stature of men back then was totally different.
And then they're going through the stature of white men. They're not dealing with Israel. Because Israelite men, in general, today, you look at Judah.
Like Jews, for no reason, they just be big as hell.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of these cats out here, man. A lot of these cats with stature. Yeah. Not the ones that the water been diluted and they're like 5'3", but I'm talking about the real corn-fed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Remember, what's his name? What's his name was a big Jew. What's that brother that used to... Clyde, that's a big dude. He was how old?
23.
He was young, man. Big as hell.
The other brother that comes every once in a while, not Chris, one lives with his father, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Was he 14? Nah, he's not 14, but he's young.
Yeah.
And he's just big for no reason, right? Yeah.
There was a guy about Japan.
Right.
It was a samurai by the name of Sakanoya, Tua Tomorrow, and he was actually black. He was black and Korean.
Wow.
And
But they said that for his I guess his garments, his sandals was weighted down. His I guess he had a sword, but everything was weighted. It was actually abnormal, you know. And they have it at the temple right now. But that was a black man, and it says you have to have a drop of black in your blood to be a samurai. That was the first shogun in Japan, black man.
So, you know, these things that Yeshaya is talking about are people being made over there, majority of them. I mean, that's crazy. You have to be a drop of a...
Yeah, you have to have a...
You have to have a drop of a black man to be a samurai.
You have to have a drop of black in your blood to be a samurai. But he was Israel. He was a black man.
Whoa.
Because he was... They called him the foreigner. I went to the library.
They called him the what?
They called him the foreigner. Because I went to the library in Tokyo just to make sure. And it was actually in Japanese. And they said the woman, she was shocked. She was like, oh, I never knew. And it said that he was a foreigner. He came from Korea. He was mixed. And that's why I had this saying you have to have a drop of black in your blood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check that out. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Okay, we're at the 7th verse. But when he defied Israel, Jonathan, the son of Shimea, David's brother, slew him. These were born unto the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. Chapter 21. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. And Joab answered, the Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But my lord, the king, are they not all my Lord's servants? Why then doeth my Lord require this thing? When will he be a cause of Why will he be a cause of trespass to Israel? Nevertheless, the king's word prevailed against Joab, wherefore Joab departed and went throughout all Israel and came to Jerusalem. And Joab gave the sum of the number of the people unto David, and all they of Israel were at 1,000,000 and 100,000 men that drew sword. And Judah was 410,000 men that drew sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. And the Most High was displeased with this thing. Therefore he smote Israel. And David said unto the Most High, I have sinned greatly, because I have done this. But now I beseech thee, do away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. And the Lord spake unto Gad, David's seer, saying, go and tell David, saying, thus saith the Lord, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do unto thee. So Gad came unto David and said unto him, thus saith the Lord, choose thee either 3 years famine, or 3 months to be destroyed before thy foes, while that the sword of thine enemies overtaketh thee, or else 3 days the sword of the Lord. Check that out. That's a hell. It's all from the Most High, right? Even the pestilence in the land, and the angel of the Lord destroying throughout all the coasts of Israel. Now therefore advise thyself what word I shall bring again to him that sent me. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let me fall into the hand of the Lord, for very great are his mercies. But let me not fall into the hand of man. So the Lord sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. And the Most High sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And he was destroying. The Lord beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed, it is enough. Stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord stood by the threshing floor of Ornan, the Jebusite. And David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord stand before the earth and the heaven, having drawn sword in his hand, stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. And David said unto the Most High, It is not that I have commanded, is it not that I commanded the people to be numbered? Even it is that have, even it is that have sinned and have done evil indeed. But for these sheep, what have they done? Let not thine hand, I pray thee, O Lord, my power, be on me and on my father's house, but not on thy people, that they should be plagued. Then the angel of the Lord commanded Gad to say unto David, that David should go up and set up an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. And David went up at the saying of Gad, which he spake in the name of the Lord. And Ornan turned back and saw the angel, and his 4 sons with him hid themselves. Now Ornan was threshing wheat, and said, and as David came to Ornan, Ornan looked and saw David, and went out of the threshing floor, and bowed himself to David with his face to the ground. Then David said to Ornan, Grant me the place of this threshing floor, that I may build an altar unto the Lord. Thou shalt grant it to me for the full price, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Ornan said unto David, Take it to thee, and let my lord the king do which is good in his eyes. Lo, I give it thee, the oxen also for burnt offering, and the threshing instruments for wood, and the wheat for the meat offering. I give it all. And the king said to Ornan, Nay, but I will verily buy it for the full price, for I will not take which is thine for the Lord, nor offer burnt offering without cost. So David gave to Ornan for the place 600 shekels of gold by weight. And David built there an altar unto the Lord, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings, and called upon the Lord. And he answered him from heaven by fire upon the altar of burnt offering. And the Lord commanded the angel, and he put his sword again into the sheath thereof. At that time, when David saw the Lord had answered him in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, then he sacrificed there. For the tabernacle of the Lord, which Moses made in the Gibeah. And David could yes, sir.
He died for a lot, man, because these men were being Most High was
taking them out.
Like ASAP. Like it wasn't nothing to talk about. You did something, boom. All right, next.
Right.
And then for us to have these situations and issues that we deal with on a daily basis,
right,
where we fall short, you know what I'm saying? But yet we still got grace through Christ.
Right.
And then to look at that and to spit on that, like, yeah, like, you know, there's other options.
That's why you have to think about it. The wicked deserve to be dead. You know what I mean? They deserve it because you put Christ to an open shame. You know what I mean? To do what it say? To do spite unto the cross.
Yeah.
You know, they get that, you know, like I said yesterday in class. Oh, you know, thunder ain't hit me yet. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I want to do. But the Most High is so gracious and merciful. He's long-suffering. So, no, lightning is not going to hit you. He's going to give you time to change and repent and change your ways. So, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And just with that, if I can real quick, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9.
Go ahead.
It says, And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most glad, It said, it says, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. And that's to show us, man, that the least we could do is to bear our infirmities. For Christ to take that whole burden on us, for us to be going through what we go through, it's showing us that, you know, that grace that He gave us, man, the least we can do is bear our infirmities and our issues.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to conclude the reading. Did anybody have any other questions? I know we got a few brothers and sisters online. We thank y'all for joining us. It's not over as yet, but if y'all have any questions outside of just the Sabbath reading, feel free now to ask those questions if y'all have any questions. Let me see here. No? Okay. All right, and if y'all do, we'll give them a few seconds before we move on to the ending prayers to Sabbath class. Once again, if y'all are local here in H-Town, feel free to join us. We're going to be going out right now. We're going to be going out after this street speak downtown and spread the word and change the world. So I'm giving y'all a few seconds online. If y'all have any questions, now's the time.
You know what's hot is that you're reading about this angel, and like it's just like the way he executed the humility for the servant. He was like of what it was, but David had to pay for it. It's just the whole scene is played out like a movie in my head. It's powerful.
Okay, nobody hit us up. Check YouTube, see if anybody had any questions. No? Okay. All right. So
Wow. Somebody threw voodoo on my.
Natala Nawa. Hatarara. And what I said was, blessed be the Most High that gives us the law. Barakatah Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Natala Nawa. Barakatah Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Hahawa'ah. Natala Nawa. A war. La Ra'ah. Right. A war is light. La Ra'ah is to see. So we thank the Most High to give us the light to see. Barakatah Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Hahawa'ah. Natala Nawa. Ha'ayo. Kororah. La Kororah. Ha'ayin. Right. Which is, bless the Most High, bless Christ that gives us the ram's horn to call the people. La Kororah, which means to call. Ha'ayin is the people. Okay. Barakatah Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai. Hahawa'ah. Natala Nawa. Shayol.
Shayol.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Hawa'am.
Hawa'am.
Natalanawa.
Natalanawa.
Shamai.
Shamai.
Zayaf.
Zayaf.
La.
La.
Mashaf.
Mashaf.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Which is, thank the Most High in the name of Christ that gives us the olive oil.
Place this on first. Supposed to hold this way. I was supposed to hold this when we said over the last bridge. It's supposed to be held.
Okay, we'll do the men first, and then we'll do the sisters next. Do me a favor, switch with him. What's that? Okay. Oh, the boy, the boy child. All right, and get numbers real quick so we can read the anointing prayer. Number 6, verse 22 to 27. Now, this anointing prayer is what the Most High commanded us to when we anoint Israel. Okay? So go ahead and read that.
Numbers chapter 6, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
Okay, so that's what we're going to say in Hebrew over. When we say the prayer, you pray to the Most High what you want when we say the prayer. So that's what we're going to say. We're just going to say that over you, and you're asking the Most High for what you want. Okay? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamaraka.
Wayashamaraka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyuwa.
Panyuwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Wayakhanka.
Wayakhanka.
Yasha'a Yahweh.
Yasha'a Yahweh.
Panyuwa.
Panyuwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Barak.
Barak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Ya Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Izar.
Izar.
No. Y'all don't pray, just a priest. Izar.
Izar.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Shamak.
Samak.
Ya Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Magun.
Magun.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Barak.
Barak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Izar.
Izar.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Magun.
Magun.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Samak.
Samak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Barak.
Barak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Izar.
Izar.
Samak.
Samak.
Lakamaya Allah.
Lakamaya Allah.
The water.
The water.
Damya.
Damya.
Aman.
Amen.
Okay, and the last part we said is for the Most High to watch over him, strengthen him, shield him, help him, support him, and heal him. I think I said that. Okay. Okay. You gonna get anointed? Okay. Once you put the oil on. Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Wa ya Shamaraka.
Wa ya Shamaraka.
Ya Ar Yahweh.
Ya Ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Wa ya Khanka.
Wa ya Khanka.
Ya Sha'a Yahweh.
Ya Sha'a Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Wa ya Shamlaka.
Wa ya Shamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Rasham.
Rasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Barak.
Barak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Izar.
Izar.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Samak.
Samak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Magun.
Magun.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Rasham.
Rasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Barak.
Barak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Izar.
Izar.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Magun.
Magun.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Samak.
Samak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Rasham.
Rasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Barak.
Barak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Izar.
Izar.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Magun.
Magun.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Samak.
Samak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water?
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
So once again, it's Barak, which is healed. Rapah, which, Barak, which is blessed. Rapah, which is healed. Kazak, which is strengthened. Izar, which is help. Magun, which is shield. Samak, which is support. Y'all got that?
God.
Okay. All right, you're going to get all of them?
I can do them all at once.
Right. Yeah, bring them all up front.
Can you do that?
Yeah, bring them up. Bring them up too.
Well,
We'll do all the boys.
but after that, come here.
Just all the boys real quick, and then get them out of the way. Ba'ashem.
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai. Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Samak.
Samak.
Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Izar.
Izar.
Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Samak.
Samak.
Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Magun.
Magun.
Ma'awola.
Ma'awola.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Barak.
Barak.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Izar.
Izar.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Magun.
Magun.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Samak.
Samak.
Benaiah.
Benaiah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Ariyah. I'm
Ariyah.
sorry. Barak.
Barak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Magun.
Magun.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Samak.
Samak.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Izar.
Izar.
Ariyah.
Ariyah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Barak.
Barak.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Izar.
Izar.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Magun.
Magun.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Samak.
Samak.
Manatazah.
Manatazah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shamar Ayel.
Shamar Ayel. No.
Noah.
No.
Barak.
Barak.
Noah.
No.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Noah.
No.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Noah.
No.
Izar.
Izar.
Noah.
No.
Magun.
Magun.
Noah.
No.
Samak.
Samak.
Noah.
No.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Damyan.
Damyan.
Aman.
Aman.
Okay. That's what happens. When we got big. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Go. Remember, the anointing prayer is the Most High. You're asking the Most High for what you want. Okay? All right. So we're going to do the sisters. Sammy. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Waya Shamaraka. Yahar Yahweh. Panyuwa. Ayaka. Waya Khanka. Yasha'a Yahweh. Panyuwa. Ayaka. Waya Shamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Tiana. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Sammy. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Naomi. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Laura. Yahweh. Barak. Rapah. Shamar. Kazak. Magun. Tiano. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Barak. Magun. Kazak. Samah. Sammy. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Barak. Kazak. Samah. Rapah. Magun. Naomi. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. Shemar Al. Barak. Kazak. Rapah. Magun. Izar. Samah. Laura. Yahweh. Basham. Yahweh Shai. The water. Tamyat. Ammon. Alright. That's it? Okay. Alright, so I imagine we'll put Kodam, face the east. And y'all can read that prayer, that anointing prayer in in Numbers 6, verse 22. Numbers 6, verse 22. Psalms 92. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh and to sing praises unto his name. O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness and thy faithfulness every night upon an instrument of 10 strings and upon a psaltery upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, O Yahweh, has made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in all the works of thy hand. O Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring up as grass, and when the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, O Yahweh, you are the Most High, forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies shall perish, and all the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shall not exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see. My desire mine enemies. And my ears shall hear. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of the Most High. upright.
To show the Lord is upright.
He is my rock.
He is my rock.
And there is no unrighteousness in him.
And there is no unrighteousness in him.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
So that was Psalms 92. This is Psalms 133. Shayar.
Shayar.
Hamawah.
Hamawah.
Ladawad.
Ladawad.
Hana.
Hana.
Ma. Tawa.
Tawa.
Wama.
Wama.
Na'aiwam.
Na'aiwam.
Na'ayam.
Na'ayam.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Akim.
Akim.
Gam.
Gam.
Yachad.
Yachad.
Kashaman.
Kashaman.
Hatawa.
Hatawa.
Al. Haraash.
Haraash.
Yarad.
Yarad.
Al. Hazakwan. Zakwan. Aharon. Shayarad. Al. Punya. Madawath. Madawath Yahweh. Kato. Karawan. Shayarad. Al. Haraya. Tazawan. Tazayawan.